Here's how we make our favorite broccoli cheddar soup. It's creamy, delicious, and just a bit lighter than your typical broccoli soup. Let's start with the veggies. We need onion and garlic. I roughly chop the onion and peel the garlic. We don't need anything to be minced or finely diced since it will all be blended in the end anyway. Now for the broccoli. We need about 2 pounds, and if you can, use broccoli with the stalks still attached. We use both the florets and stalks in this recipe. For the florets, cut them away from the stalks and then cut into bite-sized pieces. Place them all into a bowl and move on to the stalks. Cut an inch or so from the bottom of each stalk and discard it. This part of the stalk is probably too tough. Now use a vegetable peeler to peel away the tough outer skin of the remaining stalk. After peeling, roughly chop the stalks and set aside. Last but not least, we need to chop 1 potato. This adds a creaminess to our soup and allows us to skip flour and extra butter when making it. This potato is the secret to making our soup a little healthier than most broccoli cheddar soups. Over at the stove, melt a couple tablespoons of butter in a big pot over medium heat. Add the onions and garlic and cook until they are starting to soften and smell sweet. Then stir in the broccoli stalks, potato, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of pepper, and a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Let this cook for about a minute. Then throw in a bay leaf and pour in 4 cups of water, or if you prefer, use stock. Bring this to a simmer and let it cook until the broccoli and potato are tender. While it cooks, grate 8 ounces of cheese. This is extra sharp white cheddar and it is perfect for this soup. It's been about 15 minutes and the veggies are tender, so we can remove the bay leaf and add half of our broccoli florets. Cover the pot with a lid and cook for 3 to 5 minutes. We want the florets to become tender and turn bright green. See how green they are? If we had added these earlier, we would have lost that pretty color. Now we can blend the soup until creamy. I'm using my immersion blender, but the recipe on Inspired Taste shares tips for using a regular blender if that is all you have. Now we need a little texture, so turn the heat to medium again, add the remaining broccoli florets, cover the pot with a lid, and cook until tender and bright green. Stir in all that cheddar cheese, and if you love extra cream,